Good evening, Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this Honda HRV 1.5 VTEC. Brian is my name. If there's any information you want on this particular car, please do call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits, 086 843 1945. In this video, we're going to look around this mega cool white Orchid, so it's a nice pearl colour, HRV VTEC AS, and this one's got a really nice wheel upgrade as well. In this video, we're going to have a look around this HRV. We're going to start off by going for a drive, and then we're going to have a look at the features on the outside and the inside of the car as well. So one of the things I like about the HRV, they're actually an SUV, which is nice to be high off the ground, fine, we know that. They're actually based in the Jazz, which a lot of people don't know. So on a back road like this, the car handles really nicely. So it doesn't feel, I suppose, SUV-ish. So you get a nice driving position if you're cruising on the motorway, you're nice and high up and all that kind of stuff. But with this, you can actually still have a bit of fun on the back road. And if you know me already, you know I like that. So, and the thing with these, the gearbox is sweet in these. Every HRV that I've ever driven, because I don't know, I like it. That's actually the same gear knob that was in the Accord, and I just like the shape of it, but it's so precise and nice. Look, don't take my word for it, come try it yourself, but it's just really precise. You know, the car's in gear, it just feels kind of satisfying. And in terms of acceleration, because I was saying it's based in the Jazz, you know, it's not a heavy car, so I always found the Jazz to be a fun car to drive. Anyway, as we join the motorway, let's see how it goes from 0 up to 120. So first gear. That's the whole thing for me with a HRV. It's high off the ground, so you can cruise on the motorway and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually, it just feels like a nimble hatchback car to drive. But when you look at it, it doesn't look like it, and it's high off the ground as well. The engine, it's a raspy engine. The engine in the car then is a 1.5, 130 horsepower, normally aspirated engine, and it's a real snorty engine. And what I mean by normally aspirated, basically there's no turbocharger. And what's nice on a non-turbocharged engine, there's no lag whatsoever. Honda do make some great turbo engines these days, but I love a normally aspirated engine. You put your foot down, you get immediate response rather than waiting for the turbo to spool up. So coupling that with a nice gearbox, basically it's a very responsive engine, it's an enjoyable car to drive. Anyway, let's move on and look at the features on the outside. Like what we're saying, then this car is a white Orchid pearl. So on a sunny day, or an artificial light at night time, it's a lovely finish. It's not quite like a solid white, it's actually got a pearl within the paint, which makes it much more vibrant than a normal white car. And what I really like in this car is that black wheel upgrade. This is probably the only one around with those wheels on it. The wheels then are a nice diamond cut finish, so they are black, but during the day or artificial light again, they actually can change colour and they have a nice shiny reflective finish. So coupling that with the paintwork on the car, it's a really striking looking vehicle. The next notable feature then is on the front of the car. It's got these really nice daytime running lights. This is the facelifted 2019 version, which has a nice projector style headlamp, and it's also got that lovely daytime running lamp. It's also got that, what they call solid wing face grille on the front, so it's a nice big chrome finish grille again, which matches that pearlescent paint. And because it's an ES model then, it also gets front fog lights, and it also gets parking sensors at the front of the car as well. In my opinion, that is a damn cool looking car, and it's a nice one because it's a bit unusual compared to the rest. Nice paint, facelifted model, and it's got those cool wheels. And because the facelifted ES model, it's also got privacy glass on the rear windows, which I think really match those black arches and those black wheels and the black sections on the bumper as well. The rear spoiler is standard on the car, and there's also on this facelifted version a nice chrome section on the top of the boot, and the tail lamps are a nice LED finish. As with the front bumper then, parking sensors are also standard on the rear to go at the front, and there's also a camera, which we'll see in a minute. And I might sound like a bit of a weirdo here, but I actually like the fact that you can see the silencer on the back, the little exhaust. Just gives it a sporty kind of finish on the rear, because it's something you don't see on cars as much these days. A little bit old school, but I gotta say I do like it. Anyway, let's have a look at the inside. The boot in these cars is actually very large. This one's just after coming in, so it still does need to be cleaned, but as you see, it ain't too bad at all. One thing I find with the boot in these cars, this car in my opinion is smaller than say like the Qashqai and Tucson, but in fairness the boot is not terribly dissimilar. These cars are really for somebody that wants an SUV, but they don't want something big and bulky, and that boot is still very generous. But here's the thing, a HRV is super flexible. Look at how flat those seats go. You end up with the same load space as like what's in a light commercial vehicle. More, these rear seats, okay, so we do have 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, ISOFIX on both sides, and an armrest in through the centre. But what's damn cool is they have a magic function, which means they have a tall mode, so you can literally just lift up the seat, and now you've got a tall mode which works on both sides for any awkward objects. And what's really strange on these HRVs is the leg space. It's massive. Like really weird. So if you sit into this car, that is how I would sit, because I was just driving the car and that's how I sat in the car, and I'm 6 foot. Headroom, okay, it's average. It's not too bad. Look at the legroom. It's actually bizarre. It's actually, and even the Jazz is the same as well. It's an unusual amount of legroom for this size of car. It's deadly. In terms of size in the rear, this is, remember, a small SUV, so 3 people can go across the back, but to be fair, you know, really 2 people are going to be actually comfortable, and maybe someone small in the middle, but you will get 2 child seats on either side with Isofix, 3 child seats, not a hope of it. But you can squeeze 5 adults into the car overall, but it's more comfortable for 4. And when I say more comfortable, I mean very, very comfortable. Anyway, kangaroo pockets in the rear on the left hand side over here, drinks holder in through here, and then a power outlet in through there. Moving to the inside of the car, and I just want to remind you, this car has literally just landed in, so I haven't had a chance to clean everything yet, but it is very easy to clean. Electric through windows and mirrors, and then folding mirrors, which we'll see, which actually work from the key, which means using the key, what I can do is I can unlock the car to bring the lights on, but secondly, I can use the key to drop the windows down, as well as similarly lock the windows and retract the wing mirrors. And because this is the facelifted model, then the material has changed slightly on the seats. And I just think, maybe I'm wrong, I think these are way more supportive peripherally, so that is more pronounced, that is more pronounced. The seats hug you a lot better when you're sitting in the car. Sitting in the ES model then, the first thing we're going to see over here, like we were saying, is electrics for windows and mirrors, and just off down to the side, for the economy function, which reduces how aggressive the cruise control is. We got parking sensors front and rear, lane change warning, which warns us when we drift out of lane. There's an alarm, and then traction control as well. Like most modern cars, you got a multifunction steering wheel, but the functions are basically speed limiter with cruise control in through here, radio control functions over through here, Bluetooth control functions in through there, and manipulators for the trip information for average speed, fuel efficiency, next service due, and what's really cool on these as well is it tells you the current speed zone that you're in. As an ES model then, we have automatic wipers. The lights are also automated, but what's cool about those headlights, when you're driving on the road, obviously it gets dark, the lights will come on. You have daytime running lights during the day, which look really cool, and then you have your headlights which come on at night. When you meet traffic, they dip, and when you go into back to an unlit area, they go full. And I like the fact that clocks are big analog. So you saw when we're accelerating, this red area here changed to green and back to red. So it goes from green to orange to red, basically reflecting what sort of driving style you're doing. Revolution counter in through here, and realistic fuel efficiency will be somewhere in the region of 40 to 45 miles per gallon. That's about 6 litres per 100 kilometers. Off to our left then, we have the touchscreen setup, which is the Android Honda Connect. So there's going to be things like audio, you got phone, you got your general settings, and things like navigation, which is Garmin in through here. And as we saw, there was parking sensors on the rear, and then there's also a camera for reversing with different settings overall. And for some people, it's got a CD player. One of the very few cars left with CD player. But for most people these days, they're going to either stream music via Bluetooth, or they're going to use these USB connectors in through there, and the HDMI allows you to play video through the screen. The heating controls then are dual zone, so different temperatures on each side of the car, and everything is completely touch. And if you want, you can automate to say, get me to a certain temperature. And we talked about already, the gear stick, it's quite nice, but what's really nice about it is it feels lovely and precise when you're selecting gears. And one other pretty cool function, when you go for reverse, the left hand mirror drops down so you can see what kind of curb you're reversing around. When you go back into neutral or forward, comes back up to the original position. And in through the centre then, you got drinks holders in through here, and you got a little bit of storage and an armrest which moves backwards or forwards. So there you have it, that is our 2019 HRV. It's a bit of a rare one, white Oracle Pearl with those nice wheels. So if you think this car is of interest, give me a shout. Call, text, WhatsApp 086 843 1945, or if you're watching on YouTube and you think it's useful, please do like and subscribe, because it lets me know that the videos are useful. Or if there's anything that I've missed, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to send you a video to suit. This car then will have warranty until 2022, roadside assist until 2022, and the mileage is quite low. And I think at the price point we have it with the deal overall constructed, it's actually brilliant value for money compared to a brand new one. And it's a bit different as well. So as you can see, the car's pretty cool, and it's got a nice history because there's low mileage on it. But that's the thing, when you're spending a lot of money, you want to know the car's right, but you want to know there's going to be a good after-sales service. Which obviously begs the question then, why would you buy a car from a garage like ourselves? Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. Family run business in operation for almost 70 years. Brands such as Honda, Hyundai, and also Mercedes-Benz. We're after-sales service agents for Lexus and Toyota. I've been here myself since 2007, supplying cars to people all over the country in an honest and as professional manner as I possibly can. So when you're investing your money in a car like this, you know there's going to be a good family and friendly after-sales service. The garage here is equipped to cater for all your after-sales and body shop and servicing needs. So hopefully the video has been useful, hopefully the car is of interest, and I hope we get a chance to talk to you soon.